get a big old leech. Stop it, Monty. Stop it, creepy tongue. Stop it, creepy tongue. There we go. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen. I am out with Mantis Picantus but Pedantus, first of his name, enemy of the pad, he whose mouth cannot close, and beggar of all things edible. And we're going to spend a couple nights out here winter camping. The plan for tonight is to build a big old bushcraft shelter. We're going to try to go for a lean-to. I'm going to try making it fully enclosed if I have time. And yeah, we'll see how far we get. Hopefully I can get the whole thing done. But we don't have a ton of time. Now, I did get an early start today, which is a little bit abnormal for me. I was up in the dark, moving around, getting ready, had to drive a few hours, got out of the car, we're hiking into our spot, so by the time we get to our campsite, I'm thinking we're gonna have 3 to 4 hours of light left, and the goal for tonight is to get the top part up. So, the top of the lean-to, and maybe the fire reflector, we'll see how far we get, and then the rest of it we'll finish up tomorrow as best we can. So we're gonna cook up some delicious food over our campfire and we're gonna have a blast. This is our first real bushcraft adventure of this winter season. We're finally getting to going further because he's all healed up now, and yeah, back into the swing of things. So we got a ways more to go, and then we're gonna set down our pack and search for a spot. So let's get to it, Monty. Come on. Oh, jeez. Oh. Ah. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you can tell by now that there's not a lot of snow, and it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's making it so that there's not deep snow, and it's not a ton of work to move, but there's laying down trees and broken up trees everywhere, and my bulky sled here is getting caught on these tarps and stuff, and it's making it quite a pain to maneuver. And right now we're going up and down hills right here. It seems like it goes down right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take off this pack here, and we're gonna search for a spot. Now, when you're just going out in the woods and you're looking for a spot, sometimes it'll take you 15 minutes to find the perfect spot. Sometimes it'll take you 1 minute. Sometimes it'll take you an hour. And sometimes you just won't find a perfect spot. You'll just make it work wherever you have to. So hopefully it doesn't take us more than an hour to find a spot. I'm gonna walk all down there, go that way, and it's not snowing right now, so I'll be able to find my snowshoe tracks and follow them back to the sled here. Okay, my dear. Let's do it. It's like, but your stuff's here. I know we're coming back. Oh, simmer down. Simmer, let's go. We're finding a spot. Yeah, I found a couple spots. They're real good, but they're right next to something just like this. And you know, that just makes me a little nervous. So, yeah, you got the right idea, Monty. This is gonna be our spot. It doesn't look perfect, and you know what? It is perfect, because this is the spot. I was just saying how sometimes it takes you 15 minutes, sometimes it takes you an hour to find a spot. Well, it took us a whopping 2 hours and 13 minutes. Yeah, so we've got maybe 3 hours of light left. It's neither here nor there. We're at where we're at. We're gonna have to just deal with it, and we're gonna just get as much as we can done. We're gonna do our best, because that's all we can do. We'll see how far we get. So Monty, the reason he licks his booties is because he gets ice buildup in his dew claws, and sometimes they pop out like they are now. And let's see, yeah, it slipped off a little bit, so he doesn't like it. So anyways, we're gonna go between these two trees. There was lots of spots. There was just, they had like just weird little, they were on a slant, or there was just there was frozen dead trees in the way. There was too many little trees that I would have to kill. This is gonna work. We'll go between these two trees. We got enough room to come back to here about, and we got a little dip. This is, it's not ideal because there's a little dip, but at least maybe the heat will rise up in here. So, okay, we've got to get to work. We've got to get to work. People have asked me why I don't use poles when I'm pulling my sled, and why I hold the rope in my hand. And the reason is this exact scenario. When I'm pulling over logs and stuff, the whole time I've had to drag my sled pulling with my hand more than I had to just walk. So I do a lot more. I don't really go on trails as much. I just go into the woods, so I have to go around a lot of crap, and that's what you gotta do. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? See, I like to multitask. You know, I could just be breathing in and blowing my breath into the air, or while I'm shoveling, I can blow it right into the sleeping pad. You know? Hey! Hey! It's not ready yet! Hey! I don't got anything. Okay. No, Monty. Don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I antagonized you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Monty. Oh, oops. I didn't mean to. Oh, sorry. Oh, I just. Wait. Monty. Monty? It's not ready yet. Hold on. Wait. I know. There you go. Let me just scoop that butt. There you go. Okay. I don't really need these snowshoes like I was saying, but they're still kind of nice. You can walk over stuff a little easier. So, I'll still bring them. Here you go, Monty. Get your blanket covered in snow, that's fine. Before his royal buttness will sit there on his throne and watch over his kingdom, he needs one final thing, and that is an offering of a raw venison bone. Now his royal buttness has his throne, his comforts, he's got his offering from me to appease him, and now as his royal jester I shall build him everything he needs to survive. Okay, go ahead, yes, good boy, go ahead. First things first, ridgepole time. Let's get a ridgepole. This right here looks to be a solid enough ridgepole. So these two branches right here are connected to this dead tree. It got twisted and toppled over. So I'm not worried about this log sliding down this way because I can see it's connected up at the top. Oh, okay. Now we just need a nice section of this for the ridgepole. That should be about good. Right there. All right. Okay, pretty good right there. Now let's tie this guy up. Brand new thing of paracord. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Something's just super enjoyable. It's a brand new thing of paracord. Okay, so we're gonna do something new today that we never do. We are going to pre-measure before we cut things. So that is enough rope to go around there. Okay, good. Very good. Same thing over here. Oops. That's extra right there. There we go. All right, I'm going to show you the knot that I'm using. It is called the arbor knot, aka the fisherman's knot, aka the Canadian jam knot. So all I did is you take, I probably should have showed you the first step rather than just do it and then say, hey, here's how it is. You know, if you're going to show somebody something, you show them from the beginning, not just like, hey. Anyways, okay, take your rope. You're just going to do a little overhand knot to start, like that, tighten it up. Then you're going to do the exact same thing a little bit above, except this one you're not going to tighten. You're going to leave it loose like that, okay? And then all you're going to do is wrap this around your tree, and whatever you want to tighten, and then you're going to take your tag end here, and you're just going to go through this, and you're just going to pull it tight. And as this tightens, it's going to catch on that knot, see? Just like that. And you're able to pull as tight as you want. And then you just tie it off with a knot to secure it. So I'm going to be doing that around both sides here. Whenever I'm building a lean-to or something like this, one thing you want to make sure is the log positioning. Now, if I'm doing just a tarp or anything, it doesn't matter which side the log's on if you're not going to put a weight load on it. But since I plan on putting a bunch of logs here, you want this ridgepole to be pushing into these trees here so it's added support. Sometimes when you have enough weight on there, you don't even need the ropes. I'll take the ropes down and it'll just stay put because there's so much weight pushing into these trees, it's just extra support. So if you have the log on this side of the tree here, that means all that weight that's on your ridgepole is just held on by these ropes. So you want to put it on the the side that your lean-to's on, the back side. Okay, now I'm gonna do 2 ropes around each of these. But to start, we're just gonna do the one. We've got a ridge pull up. Now, like I said, I'm going to put an extra rope on each side, crisscrossing, going the opposite way. But first, we're going to see how strong this ridge pull is. I always want to test your weight load. Do a couple pull-ups, you know, or you can hang like this. Just your average ridge pull test, you know. Woo! Wee! I want to get you on it. I want to get you. Okay. Oh, I think she's secure enough, but either way, let's put a little extra ropes. I'm going to tie 2 more on each side, or 1 more on each side, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, now, it doesn't really need 2 ropes because one thing of paracord should be enough, but I always like to be safe, not sorry. So the next thing we've got to do is get a whole bunch of logs to go up here. So we're gonna need, let's see, if we do it, let's see, if it goes to here, to about here, is that wide enough? So we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Guesstimating about 16 pieces, about 10 to 12 feet long to get the top. So, for the next hour or 2, I am going to be working hard to get pieces. Now, I don't want to get maple like this. I'd much prefer pine. So we're going to look for dead pine, whether it's standing or bent over, whatever we can get to do this. So, yeah, let's get to work. Monty, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go take care of some stuff. If you want to join, you can. Let's go, Monty, come on. No, you good? All right, okay. Let's see if this, oh yeah, hey, check this out. Now we gotta see if that's sturdy enough. Okay, should be good. Let's just cut off a section that is definitely big enough. Now this is what I like, because this is kind of, you don't need it to be super solid like that piece up on top. You just need it to be, you know, solid enough that it's not going to fall apart on you, and that's what this is. It's dry and light. Okay, let's drag this piece back, and we'll use this to make a measurement and see all the other sizes we need. First of all, see if this was long enough. Okay, that's about perfect actually. All right, you know, that whole measure thing, we got a little close there. Yeah, we gotta get off the pokies. All right, that's about the size we need. We can go a little bit shorter, But what we're gonna do here, see if they're all about that length. Monty, hey. He's like, hey, you're messing up my ambience, man. Come on. He just wants to eat his bone in peace. He doesn't want me doing weird stuff, you know? Okay, I'm just gonna cut this to size so we get a good measurement, Monty, okay? Don't freak out. Okay, there we go. We have got the first piece to the proper size. I'm going to take and tie a loop at the end and cut a piece of paracord the exact length of this log so that when I'm going around gathering pieces, for now I can just cut the right size and then bring it back here. So we'll just go like this. And then we'll just put this loop on the end like that, and as long as it's, you know, within a ½ inch of the top here and it catches, that's how we'll know to measure it correctly. And we can give them all a few extra inches just to be safe. So we'll come down here. I'm going to give myself an extra inch on the end. Actually, we'll give ourselves 2 inches so I know to hold it tight and then cut back an inch. Okay, so there we go. So now we've got our measuring device for all the other logs. We have got hour and a half-ish, 2 hours of sunlight. I don't even know when the sun sets, but yeah, right around there. So it is time to get about 15 more pieces of this as fast as possible. And I'm not seeing a ton of stuff immediately nearby, so we might have to move a little bit. So we'll take this down for Mr. Monty, and we'll put it up later. So what I think is going to be the most efficient method here is to walk around, find all my pieces and have a trail, cut them to size, and then when I get about 15, if I can get, we'll see how far I get in an hour, and then bring them all back at once. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go with my saw. We're going to try just sawing them down. That should work just fine, but let's get to work. So for this log, it's not really sticking to the end, so I'm going to make a little divot for my measuring rope to catch on. There we go. See if we got two. Nope, not long enough. It is slightly leaning this way. So we're gonna try taking this down with the saw. Now this one, it's got 2, 3, 4 pieces. It's a real tall one. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a cut like this halfway through, and then above it about an inch or so on this side, I'm gonna come down at an angle and leave a little hitch so that it can just be pushed over. Okay, so my battery died on me and I got the lean wrong. So I cut like this and I came in back here, and then as I got closer and I got to that, where right now there's a piece in the middle about 2 inches tall, 1 inch tall, that's like a hitch, and it leaned back this way, which I thought it was leaning this way. But either way, it's ready to topple over, and I had to go get a new battery. I don't know what I missed, but we're gonna push this thing over. So since it's going the opposite way than I wanted it to, I'm slightly worried about a little bit of kickback. So I'm going to use this log here to push it over the direction I want, in case it does kick back. And it didn't. So that's good. That's quite the log right there. I hope this isn't too much weight. Well, waste not, want not. Want not, waste, whatever. Monty, you want to help out? You want to help? No, you good? Alright, fine, go ahead, carry on. I'd say someone's earned themselves their first drink of water, don't you think? Whew. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thirsty, bud? Got your first drink of water? You're doing all that work. You gotta stay hydrated, mister. Oh. Whew. You don't want this, Monty? Yeah, it's water. It's the stuff you're supposed to drink. I don't ever drink your water, you know that. Every time you pour it in the bowl, I ignore it. How come you haven't learned this by now? That's what I was coming in for, pal. Buddy, oh jeez. Gosh. It's all falling apart, Monty. Right now, I forget that it's winter out because I am warm. Very warm. Okay. How are we doing on time? I'd say we got 45 minutes. Wait, when does the sun set? I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe I got an hour. I don't even know. Anyways, what we're going to do is I am going to knock off all the pokies on all these. what are you sticking your tongue out at? Why's your tongue out, Monty? Are you sticking your tongue out at me, Monty? What the heck, man? Now, it is time to put our shelter together with what we got. So let's get the first log up here. Okay, I'll do this one right here like that, Monty. Let's make sure that's a good angle. There we go. Okay. Go a little bit more over. Alright, we're going to tie this one in so that I can wedge the rest of them to this one. I think the sun's getting close to setting. It needs to come a little bit more like this. Just to be safe. We don't want to have too short of logs. We'll just do the arbor knot again to secure this one. Monty is going to doze off on us. He's been working a little too hard today, so you know he's gotta get his beauty sleep. Definitely needs that beauty sleep. Now this one might wiggle a little bit, but yeah, it's really not going anywhere. Okay, let's stack some logs and see what we got. Alright, Monty, is this wide enough? Let's see, we got one right here, that wide. Oh, it's about perfect for us to snuggle up next to each other. It's like the perfect size. So, okay, we've got enough for the top. And I don't think we're going to have a ton of time to get much more done tonight. So, what I'm going to focus on right now, what I want to get done before I leave is I want to get walls, and I'm going to do straight poles on the sides, going all the way back on both sides to enclose it this way. And then we want to get a fire reflector here, and then we want to get a bunch of pine boughs on the top to cover all these gaps so that no snow can get through, and as it snows it'll actually insulate it and make it a better shelter. So we're a little strapped for time today. So what I'm going to do is, I think the most important thing for tonight is to get some gaps covered so we don't get snowed on tonight. So I did see a big tree, a down pine tree back a ways. I don't remember how far it was. Hope it wasn't too far back. Might have been a half mile. So we're gonna go run and grab a bunch of pine boughs. And what I'm going to do is I'll bring my sled and I will load up my sled. We'll bring the axe in the sled, we'll load up as much as we can, we'll tie it down, and we'll drag it back here. I don't think I'll need my snowshoes, so let's go do that quick and get a whole load of these. Okay, so one important thing I want to mention is I never take live green trees, okay? I don't take anything living. I always use dead materials, everything dead. So it's not hurting anything. This right here is a prime example of what I'm looking for. It is a big old pine tree, as you can see, and it's dead. It's snapped off at the base, and it's still green. So this happened in the last couple months. So what I'm going to do here is just take whatever I please, guilt-free. Well, it's not going to be as easy as I want it to be. And I'm just going to load up my sled with as much of this as I can. Yeah, so I don't have to feel guilty at all about taking any of this. Now I will mention that I don't think I've ever gotten, I don't think I've ever found one this big before. Maybe I have. I don't think so though. This is a pretty big one. I just hope that I can load enough here to cover my shelter. Should be able to. It's going to squish down. So yeah, I'm not going to record much more of this. I am just going to quickly gather as much of this as I can, load up the sled, and haul it back to camp. Hopefully we got enough here. I mean, I didn't even scratch how much is on this tree. I mean, it's an entire huge tree. So luckily there's more to choose from, and I can come get that tomorrow. But for tonight, this is going to have to do. We've got to move, so we've still got work to do tonight. Oh, we haven't even thought about firewood yet. Oh, shoot. I'm like the Grinch who stole Christmas right now. I've got an entire tree on my sled. Oh man. Everybody, let's go. So here's where we're at. The sun is setting, it's starting to get dark. By the minute it's going to start to get darker. So before I put this on, I have still got to collect firewood, and I still need a support beam. I mean, I don't need it because I was jumping around on that ridge pole, and I would say, I don't know if these, yeah, either way, to be safe, I'm going to want a center pole to support this weight just to be safe. I don't know if I'll get to it tonight. I'd like to, but if I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. So yeah, I gotta get firewood and gotta put this up. So what I'm gonna do right now before it gets dark is I'm going to make a path with my feet to a couple trees here, and to where I can get firewood so that I can do that. I'm gonna have to do it in the dark. I have no choice. We were just pressed for time today. I got as much done as I could. So yeah, I'm gonna make a path really quickly. I'm gonna probably slow down and record because I need to do stuff now. So yeah, I'm gonna make a path of firewood and then we'll pile these on. I gathered pieces of firewood. Luckily, I didn't need to saw anything. Things broke off, knocked over. It was relatively painless. All right, it's currently 10 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 13, 14 Celsius is what my thing is reading. And that's kind of down by my backpack, so it could be a little bit colder than that up here in the air. Either way, it is time to start piling this stuff on here. Now what we're gonna do for tonight is mainly just major gaps here. We're just gonna lay this stuff on. We're not gonna really weave it or anything like that. It's just gonna be laid on here and maybe a little bit stuffed in some of these gaps. We've got pretty solid coverage on here. I didn't do much down here because this down by the base doesn't matter as much for tonight. We can work on this tomorrow because we're not gonna be right here. We can put snow right here. You know, we can't fit our heads down this bottom part. Another thing I'm gonna do really quick just for tonight, just because it is snowing and we've got a slight breeze coming from this way. I'm going to put this tarp up here for tonight and just rest a log on it so that we've got a little bit of wind protection over here. This will work for now. spark this baby up. Collect a little birch bark on my way in. And let's hope we can just get her going in a couple strikes here. Took a few, not a couple. I need some lumber sticks. Smother my fire. Oh, we are winter camping, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. And the final thing I need to do right now to, you know, embrace that we are doing a bushcraft camp, you know, natural shelter, is you gotta wear the proper hat, you know. You can't be rocking these beanies here. You need that roasty, toasty, warm. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Gets your face all warm. Oh yeah, that feels better. Even though this is a cold hat right now, and I can't hear as well. Ow! Oh, it just made my headlamp slip off and slam me in the nose. That actually stung a little bit. I have it too tight. Oh, I hope I didn't like put a ding in my nose. Okay, this fire is getting hot. So, since I checked in with you last, I got a bunch of firewood. I got a whole big pile here. I decided the 3 pieces I had wasn't enough, so I've got like, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 trees laying into the fire right now with a bunch of pieces in there, and I've got like 8 trees right there. I've got just a mostly maple. That's another thing about the snow, low level of snow right now, is that there's a bunch of dead stuff I was finding when I was grabbing other stuff, just pulling it up. Yeah, it's just, so I got a bunch. I set up all our sleep stuff. I've got like my garbage bag here just laid up, just a little extra snow protection. I don't really need it. All my sleep stuff set up. Got the chair. It's been at least an hour. I got a fire ripping. And our Monty is all comfy and toasty. And I set up the thermometers. I got one attached to my bag here, right behind me, and the other one's out there, like 50 feet away. So I'll check those in a minute here to see if, I want to see if there's a temperature difference between, or how, there's got to be a temperature difference. I mean, we've got a fire reflecting and no wind, and that one's just sitting out there on a little tree branch. I'm curious. But it is relax time. We're gonna relax for a little bit here before we make dinner. We're not even gonna think about dinner yet, even though I'm really hungry and I'd love to eat some dinner. We're gonna give it a minute. I just wanna chill for a minute. I was go from dark to dark today. This fire is warm. I might have too many layers on. I put a bunch of layers on too. Let's go see if there's a temperature difference. Let's check what it is out there. Let's get a read. Let's do it. We're gonna do a little freeze frame here because I'm too shaky to hold it, but let me get a closer look. All right, so we're freeze framing right there. Okay, now the moment of truth. What is the temperature in here? Any guesses? Really quick before I do it, any guesses? I'm gonna guess, I want to say it's at least 10-15 degrees warmer in here. That's about, the 15 might be pushing it. I want to say, we'll give it 10 degrees. 10 degrees. So, what, that'd be 16 Fahrenheit? Something like that. Let's see. It is 28 degrees Fahrenheit, or -2 or 3. -2 or 3 Celsius, 28, 29 Fahrenheit. Wow, that's better than I thought. That's like, what is that? That's like 11, 10. It's like 10 to 13 degrees warmer Fahrenheit. Celsius, it's like what, 10 or 11 as well. That's not too bad. That's not too bad, Monty. Well, it's been about 10 minutes. Whew. But I remembered for dinner tonight, it's something I've never tried before, and it's something that's going to need an hour of prep. So we have to start preparing somewhat. So to tell you what we're having for dinner, we need a little bit of a background story.
Pizza, 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 ta 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 ta, pizza, 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 ta ta ta, pizza, ta ta ta, pizza, ta ta, pizza, 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 ta ta, pizza, pizza, ta ta, pizza, pizza, ta ta ta, pizza, pizza, pizza. Pizza, 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 ta 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 ta, pizza, 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 pizza.
That's right. We are making campfire pizza for the first time ever. I've made pizza pudgy pies, but we are making a pizza, but we're gonna make it different than normal pizza. I've had this idea and I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm about 50% sure that it could work. 50% sure that it could possibly work. 50% sure. So what I'm gonna do is take the pizza dough. We're gonna make pizza dough. We're gonna use yeast, and we gotta let it rise by the fire for an hour. I don't know if that's going to work. First off, I just don't know if that's going to work at all. So we'll see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the ingredients, lay them all out on there, and then I'm going to roll it. And we're going to roll it into like almost like a cinnamon roll pizza tube. and I'm gonna get it. We're gonna coat it with olive oil, and then we're gonna get it nice and crispy all the way around, nice and crispy. And then we're gonna slice it into little pieces. Anyways, we've got to make some dough. I warmed up my water. It's still a little chilly. I tried to get it a little bit warm near this fire. I have no clue if this is gonna work. Trying to get this dough to rise or not. Okay, so I've got here, this is just flour in case I screw up this. This is like 2.5 cups of flour and some salt, like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of salt. And then that's pretty much all that's in here. And then I'm gonna add this little, what is this? This is a 1/4 ounce packet of rapid rising yeast. I've never even used yeast before. Get that mixed in there a little bit so it's, you know, get things mixed around. We don't want just all the yeast in one spot. Alright, let's just add this in a little bit at a time. Well, that's a lot of bit at a time, but that's how I roll. Close this up. Oh. Did I go too much water or not enough water? Go a little bit more like that. You want a nice dry ball that you can mold. I know this probably doesn't look like much on there, so yeah, all you can see is a bag of crap. So I'm going to shut off the camera and I'm going to keep adding water slowly and working this. And then once I get it to look, you know, if I don't think we added too much liquid yet, but once I get it to resemble like a dough, then I will check back in with you guys in a second here. Hey, it's pretty good. It's a little bit sticky, but it's pretty good. Oh no. It's a little bit sticky still. Just a little sprinkle so that it's not sticking to the bag so much. All right. Now the next step, we're gonna give it like an hour just chilling by the fire, trying to keep this warm, not hot, not letting it get too cold, and we'll see where it's at. It's supposed to rise. Okay, we've only got a couple things here to prepare. We've got one thing for Monty and one thing for me. For Monty, we just got this good old-fashioned sweet potato. I'm just gonna cut it up here. Goes into Monty's little pot here. I know he already had a whole venison bone, but when you're doing this winter camping where we're not in like a hot tent or anything, we need to eat good out here. So he is getting some ground venison thrown in there. So he got his venison bone, and he's gonna get a sweet potato venison meal, and he'll get a baby amount of kibble with that. So I'm just gonna add some water to this, throw that on the heat, and that is Monty's. Okay, and then the only thing I need to prepare is smashrooms. Like I just said, smashrooms. Perfectly prepared. So we're gonna take a little bit of flour here. Just a little bit of flour, you know, put it around because we don't want our pizza dough to stick really badly. Now it hasn't been going perfectly, but hey, it's risen a little bit. Ooh, jeez, it got a little too hot there. Oh no, it melted a little bit. Oh no. I don't want this to be a crazy sticky mess, so we'll just we're just going to use one finger, my thumb. There's definitely a nice clump.
Okay. Okay, this is a mess. So it's not so bad when it's got a little flour on the outside. Hey, it's kind of like a pizza dough. It's working a little bit. A little more flour. This part got a little hard. That's okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go for it. All right, I've got this squeeze bottle of sauce. Got my little. See, now if I had an oven, I could probably turn this into a perfectly good pizza, but hey, it's still gonna be perfectly good because it's gonna be good. And whatever comes out is going to be perfect because I'm going to eat it all. Next, let's put a nice layer of mozzarella cheese. Nice thick old layer. Yeah. I'm not going to be shy with the cheese tonight. It's cold. It's my first campfire pizza. If you need any other excuses, just make them up in your head because I don't need to give you any more. I'm going to eat a whole lot of cheese, pepperoni, and pizza deliciousness. We're going to put on our smash rooms. I'll try to keep most of them in a line right here so we can keep less stuff on the inner roll so it doesn't need to cook as much. We'll put most of the smash rooms and stuff right here. I've got some pepperoncinis. I'll try to keep all this to this outer last layer. I almost forgot the pepperonis. I got these big, delicious pepperonis. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Tell you what, it is definitely going to be interesting, and we need a little bit extra cheese just to make it all stick. Okay? All right, now for the fun part. Let's see if we can get this thing to roll. And look like a pizza roll thing. Oh, this is not working out as I planned. Oh no, this is, uh-oh. Oh jeez. Oh my gosh. Well, let's just close off the ends here. It's like a pizza roll calzone thing. Okay, this is a mess. But what we're gonna do is coat the outside with some olive oil so it gets a nice golden color to it. Yeah, this is this is gonna be so good. Oh man. This is gonna be tricky because we do not want to burn the pizza. We want to cook it nice and slow. Ooh, it's gonna have to cook over here. We need this bottom to get kind of crisped up so it doesn't spill out into a mess. Let's just take our big mess of a pizza thing and on it goes. It's on. It happened. We got it on the grate. Oh no. We just pray that it works. Let's just drizzle a little bit more oil all over here. Okay. Oh, not crispy fast enough. I'm going to turn this around. shoot. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's sticking. Yes. Oh, the dough is like, it's cooking. Oh, jeez. The fire's so hot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. We're going to take this like this. Okay. There we go. Ooh, yeah, it was cooking over. Now, it needs to slide back onto here. As long as this is stable. Okay, whew. That was close. It actually looks really delicious. Oh gosh, this is dangerous. I'm playing a dangerous game right now. Let's see where we're at. Oh, it's cooking. It's cooking. Pretty soon I'll have to flip it again. Take that. Oh, that is looking so good. Ooh, it's getting nice and crusted. Oh, oh my gosh. This looks amazing. Slide it back. Oh my gosh. It is turning into a pizza thing. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and pretend right now that I knew that the Great Grate was going to give it the perfect, beautiful visual effect by slicing into it a bit. Almost making like breadstick style. Oh jeez, it looks so good. I'm so excited. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat right now? It's almost ready. It's almost ready, okay? Your treat's almost ready. Alright, Monty's mangled mush has been boiling for a minute here. I'm going to take it off the fire and mix in his dog food and let it start cooling. Oh my gosh, the crust is starting to fall apart. It's golden brown on both sides. Okay, we are just calling this done. Let's get this onto the cutting board before it falls apart and burns. Oh yeah. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is my campfire pizza. I am pretty excited to eat it. Oh my gosh. Let's just, because we can, we're gonna take a knife here, cut into the center, and see if it's got that ooey gooey factor. Okay, let's just, is this the center? This is the center right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's just ooey gooey, delicious looking pizza. Oh, it turned out better than I thought it did. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna take, I'm gonna slice up a few of these like already pre-sliced thingies, and we'll see if I can eat it just like kind of like pizza sticks. And then the ends, we'll see if we can just eat whole. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. You're such a good boy, Monty. You're gonna get your treat now, okay? That should be good. That's perfect. As a nice hot meal for Mr. Monty. I know how you like to. Are you a good boy? Good. Okay, good boy. Oh. Yes. Now we need a little broski number twoski action. Because, I mean, what's more classic than beer and pizza over a campfire? I mean, jeez. Jeez. I am so excited to try this. Let's go for a nice little... We're going to call it pizza fingers. Let's go for a pizza finger. I don't know what I was worried about. It's so much better than expected. I am just... I honestly can't tell you if the dough in the center is like cooked or not. It's at least not like the sticky flour goo. But I can't taste like a... I don't know. It tastes so good. The only thing I can say is that it was a little chaotic cooking this on the grate because those big slits, even though it looks beautiful and it turned out great, I sat here on my knees the whole time that was cooking. I felt like it was like 45 minutes to an hour of cooking. I was sitting there watching it the whole time and like lifting it up, and it turned out good. Now let's just... Oh, it's all staying together. And I know some of you are thinking, wow, pepperoncinis, you're such a sissy. Yes, you are correct. I am a spice sissy. I don't know why. I love the flavor of spicy things, but I just cannot handle any sort of heat. Pepperoncinis are killing me. Okay. There's a 100% chance I'm going to fight through this pain of the heat and eat all this, so I will check back in with you guys when I'm done feasting. I'm struggling. Mr. Monty here, he's pouting. He was, well, he had his feet all in the snow, and he was just standing here with his face about right here, just staring at me, staring at here, drool, and I told him no begging, and he gave me his butt end, so he's pouting. He's like, how could you? No begging? What? What? We're gonna deal with this and deal with that and deal with that and relax for a bit, and then we're gonna go to bed. So I'll check back in with you guys when it's sleepy time. down, Monty. Lay down. Oh, Dash. Oh, let me just scoot that booty. Let me just scoot that booty, yeah. Oh, isn't that a good boy? Oh, yeah. I like to call him Obi-Wan Montobi.
May the treats be with you, always.
Hey, Monty. Little Obi-Wan Montobi, you got your little hood up. Okay, carefully. Oh, well, this is gonna look a little awkward. I got a big pile of stuff right here. Oh, so I gotta take this tarp and put it underneath my sleeping bag and stuff, and then I'm going to shed all these layers, crawl into this sleeping bag, and pass out. I piled on a bunch of firewood, not all of it, not even close. I piled on a bunch because I'm hoping to have embers in the morning. So if I do, I'll be able to start a fire really easily just by putting on some more pieces of wood. If I don't, oh well, we'll start another fire. But anyways, I'm going to pass out now. So I will catch you guys in the morning. Good night, everybody.
It's still there.
Hey, Monty. Hi. Oh, hi. Good morning, Monty. Hi, big guy. Hi. Hey. Hey, it's a new day. Oh, jeez. Oh, you're getting lost in your sleeping bag. Oh, jeez. Oh, what you doing? How'd you sleep, mister? Oh, I think he slept pretty good. Yeah, so, normally, when I take Monty out, he... Oh, okay, alright. You wanna go potty? Alright, go ahead. Oh, you're all matted down, Monty. Look at your tail. Here, come. Yeah. Hey, come lay back down. Oh, yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, so normally when I go camping with Monty in the winter, he gets up and he wants to flip over and switch sides. So he made it, let's see, we went to bed by like 11. At 4 in the morning, I checked on him. It had been at least like 4 or 5 hours, and he just didn't care. He was snoring, he didn't want to flip, so I just grabbed him and flopped him over, flipped those sides, just like a
piece of meat that you're grilling, and he just accepted it, and he didn't even care. He immediately started closing his eyes again, probably appreciated it. And then I flipped him again like 3-4 hours later, and he didn't argue with me. He just flipped over. Right, Monty? Oh, yes. Oh, it's cold out here. Okay, so I think my fire's out cold. So, Monty, oh, you want your bluties on? No, you can go explore a little bit. Yeah, you want to explore some booties? You want to explore some booties? There's some bluties for exploring. Yes. Okay. All right. It's time to get up, start a fire, make some breakfast, and start a new day.
It's a dead tree. Oh, jeez. Monty's blocking our view. Morning, Monty. Come here. Hi. Hi, puppy. Come here. Oh, yes. That's a good boy. Oh, look at that butt. Look at that butt. Look at that butt. It's a new day. This dead tree's gotta go. Hey. Hey. Alright, we'll use our tools. We'll use our tools. Okay, I'm gonna gather some sticks and we're gonna see if we can spark it up with this one live coal. I think we can do it. Oh, what's gonna happen? Got it. Oh. That might not have worked very well. Oh. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. Luckily we got more birch bark. Hey, Monty, you good boy? Look at that. Blue skies. All right. Oh. Monty's terrorizing a stick again. It's okay, Monty, you get it. All right, let's just take a peek at the shelter right now. We got all that up on there, and it did pretty good. There's a couple gaps. You can see one right there, right where the center of the camera is. I can see a little bit of light through there, but for the most part we didn't get any. Monty, that's to keep the tarp in place for now. I guess we don't need it, but we'll get some more. We'll get another load, but yeah, so we're gonna get some more stuff to put on the back and the sides, and then what we're gonna do is, instead of putting a center pole, we're gonna put one right here and the same thing over there, and we're gonna put standing up pieces all the way back. Because I was thinking about it, and having one right here will add to the shelter's like enclosement, and it'll do just fine and not get in our way. So we're gonna put 2 there to start, and then we're just gonna work logs back. And then, so we'll do that, work it all back, get the stuff on the back, and then if we have time, we'll build a fire reflector. And yeah, that'll be a complete shelter. Okay, so for breakfast this morning, we are gonna have a classic steak and eggs, venison and eggs. Yeah, I was gonna have potatoes, but that pizza last night, I don't know. I'm still not that hungry. I don't know if it's all the dough or what, but I don't feel like a crazy huge breakfast. Sometimes I'm a breakfast person, sometimes I'm not. Usually I brought potatoes too, but I'm not gonna cook up potatoes. I couldn't eat them right now. So what I'm gonna do is just grill the steak, and then we'll just scramble some eggs in a pan. We'll serve Monty a healthy portion of steak, and we'll eat some breakfast, right, Monty? You want some steak? Okay. So I'm evolving as a outdoor camper, outdoorsman, whatever you want to call me, whatever, fun crafter, whatever. For the most part, now I did use a few Ziplocs for the flour because I knew it was going to be a mess, and sometimes I'm still going to use them. But for the most part, I am 99% reusable now. I've got all these little Rubbermaid Brilliance sealable things. I've got tons of them. I've got Nalgene's. You don't know what this is right now, but it's important for dinner tonight. I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah. And then I got all my like fresh produce in here. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't. I made a mistake. I didn't bring out Montreal steak seasoning, and I have to live with that decision. Luckily, I've got salt and pepper. But yeah, I was thinking, I saw my little Nalgene of Montreal, and I was like, oh, should I don't need it for anything, because my dinners, and then totally forgot that the most important thing that Montreal goes on, steak, I was cooking. Oh well, what you gonna do? You want steak and eggs as well?
Do I want steak and eggs? Are you kidding me? Of course.
Oh yeah. I spoiled myself. I brought out a little orange juice. I love me some orange juice for breakfast. Got a little teeny bottle of that. Oh yeah. We're gonna put this here, great. I'm just gonna lay it like that. We can just do it like that on these logs here. That'll work. Hey, look at that. We'll just stick that there like that. And I've got my little container of frozen eggs. These need to thaw a little, but once they do, I pre-cracked them and put them in this container. But yeah, once they thaw, we'll put them in a pan. I've got this pot. I'm melting some water. So we are going to add a little salt to our steak. Not too much salt. Not too little salt. Just the right amount of salt. Oops. He's gonna get a little salt. Oops. I screwed up. What you gonna do? We'll just make sure to not pepper his half. And then some black pepper. Yeah, this is definitely not the most ideal way to cook a steak. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm impatient right now. I want my food, I want my breakfast, and we got some work to do. And I'm honestly excited to get to work. I want to get my shelter done. Ooh, there we go. We're gonna fill up an Nalgene here with this coffee filter, because I haven't used it for coffee yet. So it's my water won't taste like coffee because it's clean. But this will filter out all this junk. definitely need some water. Ooh. So yeah, I'm going to fill up this whole nalgene. I'm going to leave a little bit of water in here because it helps with melting the snow. But yeah, before we drink coffee, I want this thing full. We got almost half. Pretty good. Uh-oh, our steak's looking a little crispy. Ooh, okay. A little crispy right there. It's not too bad though. It's cooking. All right, we need to get our eggs going. Let's see if we can cook it on the side like that. Oh. Oh! A little chunk of butter. Oh jeez. I'm slipping. It's icy. There it is, eggs. Look, eggs. Eggs have never looked so delicious. Oh yeah. This is the breakfast massacre. Because it's just looking like one. Things are burning. Our steak is burning. Smoke is getting in my eyes. Gordon Ramsay couldn't have done better himself. I mean, just look at that. Gotta slap them eggs. Slap them eggs and make them perfect. Yeah. Just another minute here. And breakfast is done. Monty's is going to be a little raw, and that's fine. Oh, it's not too bad. I mean, it's a little raw on his. Ugh! Oh, it's all so hot. Oh, the Great just burned my fingers. I'll cut his up better. Let's just see if my half needs to be. Oh. It didn't cook a whole lot. It's frozen. This thing needs to go back on. We're having our steak separate from our eggs, it turns out. Okay? It is what it is. You get your steak. It's gonna come after like a nice little treat. Okay, Monty? The breakfast massacre. Oh, food in there. This is definitely the most slaughtered breakfast I've ever made. Oh man. Raw meat and just butchered frozen eggs. It's okay, we're gonna add a little bit of salt in there. It's still gonna be good. I wanted my steak with my eggs, but it was frozen rock solid and it just did not cook properly. And I did not feel like waiting for my fire to get a nice coal bed like last night. So, you know, it is what it is. Hey, there's still eggs. A little OJ. I don't think I've ever brought OJ out when I'm camping. Oh, I love a good orange juice. Ooh, that's hitting the spot. You know, sometimes you gotta admit when you're wrong or you screw up. Today, I made the worst attempt ever at making a piece of meat over fire. It's okay. I'm gonna grill it up. It's gonna be a little charred. We're still gonna eat it, but Monty's got a nice bowl of sliced up venison bits, and he doesn't care because he can eat it raw, and he eats it raw all the time. So, go ahead, Monty. Have your treat at least. Go ahead. Ask me if I care if it's burnt. Still good. A little extra char on there. Got all camp all cleaned up. Monty's got his booties on. He's free to walk around for a bit here. It is time to get to work. So what we're going to start with is getting 2 poles to go under here. Luckily last night when I was gathering firewood, I got like the perfect piece. Oh. So for the ridge pole and these support beams, I like solid maple wood or oak, anything super solid, super dense. All this pine you can see up here, it's kind of punky, rotten, dry. It's not wet, but it's not the best, but it doesn't matter because all that's going to be on here is some snowfall. I mean, if it goes through winter and we get 4 feet of snow, then it might be an issue, but probably still not because it'll freeze together. And as long as I got nice support beams, it'll be good. See how that rocks a little bit? Yeah, we need some support beams. So we're going to come down right here. I want it to be right and nice in the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the cut about 1 inch above where I want it to set on this log. And what we're going to do is cut a little V so that it settles. So when we push it on here, it'll slide right in. So let's just make a little mark here. We'll quickly do the same thing right here. Perfect. Okay, now I'm just going to take on the top here and cut a little V. I'll go like this. Okay, there we go. I'll show you from the side view. Let's see. Does that look better? You can see there's a nice little dip in there. So the log is going to lay right in there and it's going to secure itself underneath that ridge pole. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other log and then let's pound them in. Ooh, we're going to have to come from this side. There's a little chip, a little pokey. Okay, perfect. Even that one would support it good, but I want it on both sides. I don't know how it looks from over there. It's a little loose, actually. So what we're going to need to do is just settle this end in more. See, that made it solid. Now see, the ropes can stretch, so you know, with the resting weight of things, it's fine. But when I pound on this, it's going to stretch these ropes out a little bit. But like I was just saying, there is no wobble whatsoever to this anymore. It was before, with all the weight just kind of centered in there was a center point here. It was sagging a little bit when I would move it, but now this ain't going anywhere. We can put 3 times as much weight on here, I feel like now,
and it won't have a chance of breaking. So next step, we've got to get busy here, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a bunch of poles this size and lower, and we're gonna come, well, that's what happens when you're cleaning your egg pan and the log burns in half. Puts out your fire. We are going to work our way back and do straight up and down logs all the way back on both sides. And after that, we're going to get more pine to make it completely insulated and hunkered in. More pine boughs, and we should have a nice, beautiful enclosed shelter protected from wind and everything. And we can stuff some pine boughs in between here. So the next step is to get a whole bunch more trees. Now I think we'll probably need the equal amount to what we got up here, because that's the maximum length we need. These were all double that length, every single one of them. So if we get about the same amount, we'll be good. I'm not going to measure them. I'm just going to go first off, grab all those pieces that I did yesterday. I'm just going to bring those back right now, and then we're going to start just bringing back pieces, and we will measure as we go. So let's get to it. Monty, you want to come with? Come on, Monty. Come on. There's no sense pouting over there. You can come help me do stuff, you know? Get your booty to work. Let's go. I just decided is that I am going to use my little measuring device. I'm going to cut it to this size, well, just above the log here, because I don't want to cut things too short, but if I cut them too long, at the end I can just take my saw and run it all the way down and make it perfectly flush. So that's not a big deal if it's too long. So yeah, I'm going to make it the same size here, and then we'll do that for like the first 5 logs. And then actually once I do that for 5 logs and cut them at an angle, I'll actually be able to just use those pieces at the end there. So it'll save me some work. So basically, yeah, I'll do like the first 5, 6 logs. Actually, if I just do it to the halfway and I cut them all in half, that would be enough for each side. That's what we're gonna do. So I'll need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we'll say 14 logs this length total, and that should be pretty close. So I've got a few pieces here. I'm going to cut my measuring device, and then we're going to get to work. And then one other thing I want to mention is this morning it was about 8 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 13, 14 Celsius, and it is currently 10 degrees Fahrenheit, about negative 12 Celsius. So a little chilly, but I don't notice because I'm working. But this guy will get cold if he just sits still, and since his whole limp thing, we want him to heal fully, so I'm not tossing him the stick. So I'm just having him waddle his booty around and follow me, which he gets kind of confused, but it keeps him warm. It's better than him just sitting here, which he doesn't mind either way. Whatever he wants. He usually likes to stick with me. Huh? Or do you like to just guard Cap? Okay, let's get to work, Monty. Got a big old dead leaner. I might be able to just almost, but I've got at least 5, 6 pieces in this one tree right here. Okay, here we go. Oh, the top's gonna snap. I'm gonna have to be careful. We're gonna set this down. Okay, so there's a 90% chance that the top of this tree is gonna snap off, and it could come back towards me. Either way, I gotta be ready to step back and get out of the way in case that does happen, which I'm sure it will, so I'm just gonna be ready for it. Well, the top snapped, but it's looking like it's gonna fall that way. Now the top is connected, and it's making it so it's like, here, I'll just show you. See, it's broken right there, and it's caught up in that tree right there. So I'm just gonna keep pushing it this way, wiggling it, and it's probably gonna eventually snap off, and that's probably just not even gonna come down. It's gonna get stuck right there, but we'll see. If I push it this way, it could untangle it there, but then that piece, it would go like this as I pushed it, and it would fall backwards towards me, so I don't really want that. So I'll try pulling it this way. I'll push it this way, and maybe it'll still stay up there. Woo! That was close. Got out of the way though, so that's good. We're going to saw this piece. Let's just, pick up and lift. Okay. Here we go. Well, it just started to go. We're gonna see if we can do this with pinky power. Pinky knuckle power. No. Come on, pinky. No, it needs a push. Here we go. Well, it broke a little bit. Hopefully those are the right size pieces. Whew. Pile of locks. Hey, Monty. How's it going, buddy? Oh, Dad needs a little sip of water. Oh, okay. So, next step is to knock off all the pokies, and then we're going to start standing these guys up. And I'm going to do the arbor knot for each log and tie it to this log, and so I'm gonna tie it basically to that log and maybe the log next to it. So we'll see. Probably just this ridgepole log is the only one we'll tie it to. We'll see. But first, since our Monty's here and he's chillaxing, he deserves a special treat. Isn't that right, Monty? What do you feel about a special treat? Could it be broccoli? Nah. Could it be bread? No, silly. Could it be a raw venison bone? Of course it is. Go ahead, it's yours. So before I knock off all these pokies, I'm sure you guys have been wondering, hey, Matthew, how do I get my axe to look so destroyed and the axe handle to be so messed up just like your axe? Well, I'm gonna tell you how real quick. So the first thing you wanna do to get your axe to look just like this, all destroyed and mangled, is to not put a leather guard on it. Now what a leather guard is one of these nice fancy things that it goes right here and you tie it on here, and this is perfectly made to protect this from any missteps and any hits you do or dropping or anything. So these are great to have. Now secondly, what you need to do is swing really hard at a solid log and completely miss. Don't test your measuring, and yeah, just swing hard and miss. And next, if you have any friends that have never used an axe, make sure you let them use your nice, expensive, really nice axe to test out for their first time swinging and hitting logs, because they're bound to make some chips out of it, and you get the look you're going for. And lastly, if you'd like some bonus points on how to get some nice dings in the blade of the axe, if you're just looking to go the next step, you let your friend chop some wood, split wood, right into a rock. Dude. Yeah, that sound is just, ooh, music to my ears. So that's how you destroy your axe. So, hey! Okay, hopefully this goes relatively smooth. I am going to pre-make a few of these arbor knots here. I'll just lay them up here. Let's start with the biggest one. Well, the first one needs to be extra long, I forgot. Okay, that's one done. Now I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna cut them flat. Actually, I was gonna cut them at an angle, but that doesn't make sense. It's just gonna mean more sawing because that's a bigger distance. So I'm just gonna make them flat because it won't really matter. So let's get Monty's butt back on here because he just slid off. We'll get it from the front angle and we'll start stacking them and sawing them. So I underestimated the amount I would need. Luckily I've got some extra pieces. I just grabbed the most solid ones. So I am going to need to use pretty much everything here to get this done. But it should go most of the way. I might not even put a log at the end and just pile a little bit of snow because it's
right at the base. Okie dokie. We've got one final step to complete the shelter. Oh, it is cozy in here, Monty. Oh man. There's not a ton of room for my backpack and stuff, but that's okay. The last step we've got to do is one more load of pine boughs and put them in the cracks and fill any gaps here, and we will have an insulated, snug, nice little, beautiful bushcraft lean-to shelter built in 2 days. Well, I don't count yesterday as a day. I had like 1.5 hours or maybe 2 to work yesterday, so it is what it is. Anyways, I am going to go take my sled, take Monty. We're going to go get those pine boughs. I'm not going to record any of it. We'll come back here and we'll stick them in and then check it out. I found another tree that it was falling down. It was almost just as big, but it's definitely not the same. I grabbed some off the original tree, but I grabbed a lot more of this other tree I found. And they're definitely, it's a different. One must have been a spruce. I know there's a way to tell by the pine needles, and I remember one's flat and one's more pokey. So it's probably this is spruce. Whatever, pine boughs, they're trees. They're just trees, okay? So let's decorate our shelter with one final batch of this. And then we will show off our shelter, all our work. So what I like to do is take these and wedge them like this so that it's like a little awning. I love doing this. So I have enough this time to where I can make it a nice thick awning all the way around so that if snow's falling and we're sitting and I can sit out a little bit more from the shelter. So that's enjoyable. Go ahead. It's your shelter too. Go ahead, pal. Go ahead. That's a nice spot, Monty. Yes. Okay. Hi, Monty. Are you a good boy? That's a good boy. Here is the final shelter. We've got the pine bough awning. I stuffed a bunch of them in any major gaps. I put some snow up on the walls. Just get a little. So it goes like that, and then I just did snow at the end there. Put some extra pine boughs on the back, and I can see no light through it, and I piled up snow for all the foot area, and then the same thing over here. And that is a solid shelter. Let's just do one more 360 because I just love it. That was some work. The sun is just starting to set now, so I'm not going to build a fire reflector this time. I don't think it's quite necessary, and I used up all my materials, and I don't feel like getting more right now, especially with the sun about to set. I've got one last task, and I think, Monty, it is time to collect firewood. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, you want to collect firewood? Okay. Okay. Still cutting logs. Still cutting logs.
You can get a good boy.
Yep. Well, I must say, I'm pretty satisfied with the shelter. What about you, Monty?
He's like, you know, I would have been fine just no shelter. But, since you made it, that's cozy.
So I've only got one final task left to do before all the work for the whole trip is done. Well, besides going home. I dragged over a bunch of pieces of some maple trees, and I just got to cut. I'm going to cut like this long pieces. I got some skinny ones, and we're going to make a tripod for cooking dinner tonight. I've never cooked over a tripod, you know, so we're going to make one up, and that way I can keep all these long pieces burning, and I won't have to worry about the grate or anything like that. Well, actually, no, we're still going to have to use the grate. But anyways, yeah. So I'll cut those up, and then we will try to make that tripod. I've never made one before, so I hope I know what to do. I think I know. It is back down to 5 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 14, 15 Celsius, right around there, somewhere in there. Celsius, it's so close when it gets down to this temperature, each degree. Oh yeah, I also wanted to quickly mention, if you're ever interested in any of the gear I use, like the saw, the axe, the pans, the pots, all the stuff I use, Nalgene's, whatever, snowshoes, all that stuff. It's all down in the description of the video. I've got links to all the gear that I buy off of Amazon, everything like that. If it's not down there, it's because I haven't updated it in a while, and sometimes the links don't work. But if you click on the link and it goes to an item, just retype that item's name in the search bar and it should come back up, or just Google. Either way, you can find better deals, whatever. And down in the description also is a link to my Instagram. There's the website where I sell my stickers and patches, and the Teespring store where there's shirts and hoodies. And I'm actually working on a few more designs for shirts and stuff. I've got some things in the works that should be pretty fun, but it'll take some time because I'm not a drawing artist. I might be a musical artist somewhat, but not as far as drawing goes. I've never made one of these, but I remember seeing somewhere how to do it. I think I don't really remember perfectly, but we're just gonna, you know, figure it out and hope it works. So we're gonna do our normal little arbor knot here to go around the first stick. I like it for tightening and stuff. We'll go down about there. Okay. Okay, so now it's my understanding that you go over, under, and then back. Under. And then around this again. And then back over. And then one more time. This needs to slide down here. Okay, and then you go back around, and then you do it like twice this way. And then we'll go here, do the same thing over here. And then I'll just I think it'll stay just like that, so I'll just tie this off. Should be able to just, you know, Hey, it's gonna work. And then we're just gonna dangle our pot off of here. I'm just gonna wrap this around here because I don't want this dangling into the fire. Okay. Now I don't know if that's perfect, but I think it's definitely gonna work for tonight. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm just going to take and tie a loop on one end. You just bend your line over like that, and you just wrap it around and come back through just like an overhand knot, but with both strings. Well, we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, just do an overhand knot with both strings essentially. There we go, we got that side, and then we're going to do a teeny little loop on this side. I probably should have used a bigger string. Alright, so all we're going to do is take our little rope, which I should have made longer and I should have put more loops. But anyways, you make a rope with a bunch of loops, and then you take and put that through your little pot, and then you just put a stick through your loop, just like that. And there we go. We have got a tripod with a hanging pot. Oh yeah, let's I want to put some food in this. Yeah, let's prepare dinner. Last night's dinner was super delicious and a first time make. This morning's breakfast was something I've made many a times, and I slaughtered it. I won't deny it. It's okay. I still ate it and it still sustained me. It just wasn't pretty and it wasn't perfect. Neither here nor there, because it's dinner time. We're going to redeem ourselves tonight, because what we are making is a Thai chicken coconut soup. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I absolutely love a Thai coconut cream chicken soup. I've eaten it many times, but I've never made one for myself. So this is going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of ingredients, and it's going to take at least an hour, hour and a half. So let's prepare some ingredients and get cooking it. First and foremost, let's go with the white onion. Okay, add those into the pot. Okay, then next we've got some mushrooms. Oh, they're frozen. Oh, that didn't feel good. Oh, jeez, it's like a rock. Ow. That's what I get. Okay, we can't do smash rooms today. They're rock solid. Oh, jeez. Oh, we actually have to slice them. These are going to go off to the side. Oh man, that was unexpected. Oh, and these are like mini portobello mushrooms, and you're supposed to use shit take mushrooms, but I forgot and just grabbed my normal mushrooms, so it is what it is. I can't believe how frozen these are. These are solid. Oh man. And then we've got some garlic. Okay, that's going in the pot. Then we've got some ginger root, fresh frozen ginger root. Already pre-cut off the skin. Ooh, it's frozen. Okay, that's going into the pot. And then we've got a Thai chili pepper. This was actually grown by Funk in our garden this summer, and we froze them whole to keep them, and yeah, they look pretty good still. Yeah, we just put them in a bag and threw them in the freezer, and here it is. Gonna burn my mouth, but the flavor is gonna be good. Okay, that's going in the pot. Okay, and then next for me, we've got to prepare up some chives, or green onion. All right, this is going to go into the adding later side. And then next we've got a lime. Slice that in half. Okay, that's all I've really got to prepare for mine. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to keep that stuff from sticking as it cooks. And then one more thing goes in there for now. That is a chunk of red curry paste. Okay, so now we're going to get that cooking in just a second here, but we got to prepare Mr. Monty's. So of course what he's going to get is the rest of his sweet potato. We'll just slice that up real quick here. Okay, add that into his little pot here. And then of course he's getting the rest of his venison, which is frozen, solid. He might not even get much kibble, if any, tonight, because that's a lot in there. So we're just going to add some water to his, get his on the fire, and let's get cooking. Oh yeah, I'm excited for this. Okay, let's add our rope back on here. Now if I need this to get closer to the fire, I'll just I should have made this one longer, but it's okay. We will just we're just gonna pull the rope through our loop here. That's how you're supposed to do it. You pull the rope through the loop and then you put the stick there, not just the stick. That I just realized that it probably wasn't going to work. Okay, that's going there. Put this stuff off to the side to stay a little warmed up, not frozen. That'll just go down there like that. Okay, Monty, we're cooking. Okay. And we're gonna cook it down until these onions are a little bit soft, and then we'll add in our next ingredients. Okay. Our onions are somewhat translucent. Some of them are still not fully cooked, but you know, we're cooking over a fire and we're just doing our best here. Next, we want to add in chicken broth. And if you don't got chicken broth like me, you just add in water and chicken base and make your own chicken broth. I have the chunk of chicken base in with the curry powder, so it's kind of mixed together. But we added a nice chunk of chicken base in there, and then we're gonna add, let's see, about 10-12 ounces of water will do. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna bring that up to a simmer. Simmer that for like an hour. Now we're gonna reposition our tripod slightly just to get this a little bit more over the direct flame. A lot of the coals are on this side currently. I just remembered a key thing that I forgot that was sitting there, and it's lemongrass. And I would use fresh lemongrass, but the stores didn't have any, so I just added this little chunk of it. I think I wanted to add that in when I was simmering things up, but that's okay. It's in there now. All right, I'm gonna need to make a new rope and get this lower because it's not simmering as fast as I want it to. So we're definitely gonna get it lower and closer to the fire here. So this little stink pot here, you know, I always talk to him because I do, and every time he just stands up and comes out to greet me, and it's because he can smell the sweet potatoes and venison. It's not because he needs to go to the bathroom or anything, because I tried to let him go to the bathroom. I took it off, and he stands up and he'll like take 2 steps, and then he'll look back at me, and then he'll just come lay back down. So this little stinker here just wants his food real bad. Monty, you gotta have patience, my friend. You gotta have patience. Listen, ask yourself this, Monty. Has there ever been a time where I didn't feed you? Ever? You know the answer. Think deep into your mind, the farthest reaches of your mind. Have I ever not fed you? And even beyond that, haven't I always given you something delicious when we're out winter camping? Come on. Come on now. Oh yeah, temperature inside the shelter was 37 degrees Fahrenheit, or like 3-4 Celsius, or what would that be? Yeah, 3 Celsius, something like that. So that's pretty warm because it's 5 degrees or negative 14 Celsius out there. And that's a pretty big difference. So you can see the smoke is kind of hitting these and making these move. That heat is just kind of radiating and swirling in here. Let's see if it's still. Oh yeah, 37. Or no, wait. Oh no, it dropped down to like 32. So it's like 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit, just at freezing. It's freezing in this shelter, which is warm and toasty compared to out there, which is super freezing. Alright, now we got it simmering. There we go. when you're dealing with Monty's mangled mush, well, you got a Monty that wants it real bad. The best way is to just mash it with a stick. I mean, wouldn't you say is the best way to prepare it, Monty? Oh yeah. We'll give you just a little bit of your kibble, just because, just a touch. You gotta wait. Okay, Monty. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, okay? You're gonna get it. It just needs to cool now, okay?
Our Monty's food is finally ready, and he's been telling me that he wants it aggressively. He's been aggressively asking for his dinner for a while now. He's been getting up in my face just like, you give me that food. You give me that food right now. I'm gonna come and get it. I'm gonna come and get it right now, okay? See? This is what I'm dealing with.
Knock it over. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's all you. He has just been a pushy one today. Very pushy. Food monster over here.
So the next thing we're going to add is about the same amount in chicken broth. We are going to add coconut cream. Frozen coconut cream, mostly. But coconut cream, not coconut milk. Coconut cream, so it's a little thicker, more rich, more coconutty. Oh yeah. Then we're going to add in our semi-thawed out mushrooms. Get those in there. We're going to squeeze our lime into here. We'll do most of the lime juice. We're going to save a little pinch for later when it's almost done. Then we're going to add in a couple chicken thighs that I diced up at home, frozen. Add those in. Okay. And then we've got some fish sauce we're going to add in. And just because I am who I am and I can, I'm going to add in a little black pepper because I add black pepper to everything, even though I don't think it's probably supposed to go in there, but I don't care. Now we're going to wait on salt until we test it out after simmering for a while, because the chicken base is pretty salty. Okay, now we're going to give this a mix with a stick. Now somebody was wondering why I make stuff with a stick sometimes, and that is because I just added all that raw chicken. And until that chicken cooks up a little bit, I don't want to get my spatula mixed in with, raw chicken and then touch my spatula later. And yeah, I just keep it separate. Until the chicken cooks up a little bit, I'm going to use a stick. Okay, now that needs to heat up and simmer for a while, but we need to get something else going. Okay, we've got to get our rice going. 'Cause I love some rice with some chicken coconut soup, cream Thai, chicken coconut soup cream Thai, whatever. I've got a half cup of rice here. I use white parboiled rice, enriched rice. I don't think it needs washing. And then I've got the perfect amount of water, measured in this. Okay, so we need to bring this up to a boil and then let it simmer for a good 20 minutes. And we need to be careful because this is a hot fire and we don't want to burn it, so we're going to bring out the grate. So it has one side that can boil, and then one side will be better suited for simmering. Oh, that's a little unstable. Okay. Alright, that's ready. I mean, this is just gonna have to be good. There's just too many ingredients for this to not be delicious. That's just the fact of the matter. Come here. All he wants to do is play. I get that you want to play. Come here, come here. Oh, don't bounce too much. Come on, come here. Come here, guy.
I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. Oh, simmer down, simmer down, simmer down. Oh, you got a piece of bark. You got a piece of bark. I know, you want to play stick. I get it. Monty, I know. I know. I get it, Monty. I get it. You don't understand. You're coming off of a big injury, and we don't want to test the fates. We're already testing it by letting you camp and stuff, mister. And I know you want to play with the stick. Here. You can throw it 2 feet away. That's all we got. That's all we got. Okay, don't bounce so much. Okay. All right, I know you want to play. I want to play too. We just need to give it another month so you heal, okay? All right, come here. So, I am completely sold on the tripod. This is great for any stews, soups, anything like that. I've been able to just easily move the tripod around. Like if I want it to go lower right now, all I gotta do, bam, just like that, and now it's that much lower. You know, I've got the rope. I can make little hooks. When the flame moves from this fire, I move the whole tripod over easily. So with the grates, you know, when you're grilling meats and stuff and pastas, that's a little different. You have to have those, and you scrape coals under that. But this, I can just easily follow the flame wherever it goes to make it work for what I need. I don't know. I might have already burnt it a little bit, but that's okay. We're getting so close now. As soon as that rice is done, I know that chicken's got to be done any second, and then we've just got to add in a few more ingredients. We're going to add the rice to the soup because that's how we're going to do it. And we're going to eat. It's happening. I'm excited. I am so ready to put in a hot soup with some rice in my belly right now. Oh, jeez. No. Dang it. No. No, I just lost some rice. Dang it. Alright, it's done. It's done. After that travesty, I don't care anymore. The meal's done. Let's finalize this, baby. Let's finalize it. Oh. Alright, so we are going to add in what's left of our rice, which is most of it, and it's actually pretty perfectly cooked. Look at that. We don't have any burnt to the bottom. Oh, yeah. Give that a little stir. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Now I've got some other goodies. Squeeze of fresh lime juice and some coconut sugar. Then we're going to add our green onions. And last but not least, one of my favorite ingredients, we're going to add in some fresh cilantro. I love cilantro. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's just stir that in. Oh yeah. That is gonna be so good. Let's just take a little, make sure there's not everything's good. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, that is so good. Oh, let's eat. Let's eat. Oh, it's hot. Ah. Oh, I need my gloves. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to eat this right now. It is probably way too hot for me. Oh, I haven't had a good Thai coconut chicken soup in so long. It seems like it's so hot. All right, we're gonna turn on the other camera light. Ooh, this is a little too much soup for me to eat, but guess what? It can freeze tonight because it's like 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and I can eat it tomorrow. This is gonna burn my mouth, but it's gonna be so good. Let's just, before we dive in. That was hot. This is so good. You can taste all cilantro and the hint of lime, and it's not like overpowering coconut cream. It's a little spicy, but it's pretty hot. I need to just give it a minute. According to the pace that I'm eating this at, I'm going to destroy this whole bowl, and I'm going to eat it all. The spiciness is catching up to me, but anyways, this one's good. I'm going to finish eating here. I'm going to clean up camp, do everything I got to do, and we are going to get tucked in and get ready for bed. So, I'll check back in with you guys when it's sleepy time. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is who I am. This is who I am. Alright, his stinkiness. Come on. Come on. I know you're getting all rambunctious. Yeah, don't get down. No, don't give me kisses. No, don't do it. Alright, lay down. Oh, that's such a good boy. You just sat perfect. I'm going to scoot you back so that you're extra tucked away inside your sleeping bag. I think this guy knows the drill. He might just know the drill. It has to be zipped all the way, Monty. I can't stop farting. Okay. It's time to settle in with her, Monty. It's a cool, oh, actually, you know, we need to go check the temp real quick. I don't know what it is. It's a cool 3 or 4 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 16 Celsius. I don't know why I didn't get those little cheapo thermometers before, but yeah, it's kind of nice. And having one in here, what's in here? Let's see. real quick. It is 20 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 8 or 9 Celsius inside here. So a little bit of a temperature difference, but it's cold outside. But we should be cozy. We're not going to feel any wind. We're not going to have any snow come on us. Yeah, it's nice. And we're going to have our little kind of our body heat next to each other. But anyways, I am ready to pass out. I am satisfied. I am tired. All the stuff. It is time to sleep. So I will catch you guys in the morning. Good night, everybody. Morning. Oh, it's cold outside. We're gonna unwrap the gift. And it's a Monty present. Hi, Monty. Hi. Oh, Monty. Oh, that's just a fluffy bunny. Hi, Monty. Oh, hi. Hi. That's a good boy. Look at you. It's a new day. Oh, are you swimming in your sleeping bag? Come here. Rawr. I have limited battery. I've got just the batteries that are surviving. I'm like recycling my batteries. I ran through all my batteries, so this is probably gonna go pretty quick here. This one's got 1 bar and I've got a few left. So we're gonna get up here and put some layers on. I slept pretty good last night. It's definitely chilly this morning. But yeah, not a lot of battery life left. No. So, Monty, you ready to get up? Or do you just want to keep sleeping? You look like you just want to keep sleeping. You just want to keep sleeping, don't you? Don't you? Yes, I bet you do. Oh. Just unwrap our Monty here. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yes. Yes. Stop it. Stop licking my hand, you creepy tongue. There you are. Hi. Hi, critter. Whoa. Sit down. Hey, come here. Come here, bouncy bunny. Yes. Look at you. I got you. Where are we going to go? Gotcha. Okay, simmer down. Simmer down. Don't embarrass me. How dare you? Man, talk about creamy coconut soup last night. I had some creamy coconut farts. There were some exquisite smells coming out of my sleeping bag. Well, I was trapped in there with them. They added warmth, so I didn't really mind, but yeah, is what it is. Take it or leave it. Did you leave anything in the shelter, Monty? Any lanterns? Doesn't look like it. basically take all this firewood here and toss it underneath the shelter so it stays dry for the next time we come out, which is hopefully this winter. Hey, Monty? Definitely would like to come back. That just depends on how much snow we get. Too much snow, and we've got a very long hike to get into here. It's a little chilly once you take off all your layers so that you can hike and build up a warmth and yeah, balance it all out. Okay, well, it looks like we got all our stuff. Hey, Monty, did you have fun? Did you have fun, buddy? Come here, come here. Oh, don't bounce so much, you crazy. You crazy. Okay, so out of 10 DSLR batteries, we are on our the last life of our last and 10th battery. Yeah, so we are barely making it. Hopefully we can get these last few shots without any hiccups. So I actually had a lot of fun yesterday. If it seemed like I didn't really want to cook breakfast or anything yesterday, I was like 50-50 on breakfast because I really did want to get the shelter finished, and I was like excited to do so. I had the idea in mind, and it turned out just like I had envisioned, and I was super impressed with it. I'm excited. Hopefully I can come back and we'll get some snow on here, and it'll we'll see what it does, and yeah, I'd love to come back out here. But we cooked some delicious food. Pizza, that was good. Breakfast, butchered that. But that soup, I'm gonna definitely make that again. So yeah, had some fun. And now we've got to hike back to the car, eh, Monty? So, as always, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys at the next video. Let's go, Monty.